Hello.
Oh, here's Gabriel.
Seriously,
Can he?
Hey,
I didn't
How's it
change
going?
anything. Hey guys, Magma, everyone. Sorry about that. We've had some technical issues, but we're back on track now. Okay, great. People can hear. Fantastic.
Yeah,
It's amazing to
perfect.
see all of the community showing up today. Thank you all. I know it's
Yeah,
New Year's, so we're gonna keep it sweet. We're gonna keep it on track. Happy to be on here with Ocean today. We're gonna do a bit of a New Year's recap and then get into the questions you guys have. And I think Ocean may have prepped a couple of questions for me. Yeah, we'll see. Let's get started when
let's
you're
try it.
ready, Ocean.
Cool. And also, firstly, need to shout out ethics because I think many of you here primarily because of ethics, right? Not really me. And it's his work and the work of other community members like I see 0xADR, for example, here. Um, I see Michael here, Ruslan, Semilist. I can't name you all. I will try. And I will do at some point. But so many amazing community
Mira,
members are supporting it.
yeah, so many
Yeah,
great people today. In fact,
shout out to all of you.
I'm working on a Twitter post that's going to do a roundup of the community members and what they're contributing. So there'll be that.
Of course,
There'll
yeah,
be shout outs. Plenty of shout outs
of
to come.
course, yeah. So yeah, give some love to ethics in the chat as well. Let me share my
It's also
screen.
important to remember that anything I do runs up through Ocean, so it's all of us working together. And one of the things I love the most is how much work Lava does behind the scenes for the project, and how much building happens, and that we're able to just do all of the community stuff without worrying because the team is just constantly shipping. So I think that's amazing. Let's watch the stream. Click the button in the top left. You'll be able to watch the video.
Let's dive in. Gabriel, can you see the chat? The
The chat.
slides?
Yes, I can see them.
Slides.
Yeah.
Perfect. And if I go to the next slide, can you see?
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah. So welcome everyone. This is our recap community call for the year 2024, which has been obviously a major year for Lava, um, as a community, as a protocol, as a foundation as well. Um, and you will see also the new messaging around roads and transaction flow, and you guys being able to own the roads. And this is something that we're going to continue into 2025 as well. But yeah, firstly, the agenda. So we'll go over the team a little bit for any newcomers here. The Lava Vision, milestones that we hit in 2024, the ethos of our community, which has been led a lot by ethics. But also on this slide, we'll talk about how we have decided to approach building Lava Network, and how we think about the nature of protocols and blockchains and making them decentralized. I will also talk about how you can contribute to the Lava community. So I know a lot of you guys here want to find ways to help out, and that's amazing. Um, and we definitely want to give you that opportunity. And then finally, we'll have an open Q&A where ethics will ask me questions, I'll ask ethics questions, and you guys can also ask us questions in the chat as well. So may get a little bit over because we started a little bit late, but let's dive in. Firstly, the team on the call today is me, and ethics, of course. Quick introductions. I lead marketing and community at Lava. Ethics is the day-to-day community manager. So, like I was saying, any sort of games planning, events planning, um, thinking about how we can get partnerships and collaborations with other projects and communities. Um, a lot of that is related to Gabriel's amazing work. So,
Well,
um,
I think
yeah,
also got to say that the mods do an incredible job. Thank you
shout out
to
to the mods.
OXADR and Kira. The events and the activities, that's all the mods. Thankfully, because that gives me the space to do everything else that we need to do to get the ball rolling with the community and on social media and everything. So thanks to you guys for jumping in. Yeah, carry
Yeah,
on, please.
mods are very important as well. And in the next community, we'll add you guys onto this slide as well because you deserve to be here. Um, and also a quick plug, but if anyone is friends with a good meme maker, we're also looking for those that love as well. So
We
tell
need
them
me.
to come on board. We need
What
more memes
what
that
if
love.
what if we take this chance, Ethan, to just do an introduction of yourself? You say who you are, where you're from, just quickly, and what you do at Lava, and then I'll do the same.
Sure, yeah. So I've been a Lava since pretty much the very start. I started building a protocol almost 3 years ago now, and I've been a Lava for over 2.5 years. Prior to that, I was at Google. At Google, I was working on helping businesses grow their marketing online, whether that's through Google Ads or some of them I was even advising on like train and billboard ads. So it was pretty eclectic job, um, but obviously very Web 2. I was working with ads, which no one really likes, let's be honest. And Web 3 promised a lot more. So I started exploring Web 3 in 2020, end of 2020. Got rugged many times on Ethereum, and then I switched to Solana at a time. Some of you may recognize my PFP on the slide now, which is from Monkey Baby Business. I've had that for a few years now, and yeah, they're one of the OG NFT projects on Solana. But yeah, also rugged a few times on Solana. I also hung around with social tokens for a little bit, rugged a few times there, and just generally been exploring the on-chain world for 4 years or so now. And yeah, joined Lava 2.5 years ago, leading marketing community, and it's been a wild ride. It's been a very wild ride, and it's about to get even wilder. But that's a bit about me. Ethics, you want to go?
That's that's incredible. Well, first of all, I do not have the same kind of background. I didn't work at Google. I did get rugged plenty of times though on NFTs, and so that was part of my journey as well. But I think for me, it was mainly getting involved in different communities across different chains and really seeing the power and the strength that communities have in Web3 to drive projects and drive the vision. It's I always thought it was one of the most important things. And so when I found Movement, that was something that they were doing so well. I joined Movement and got involved there. Thankfully, I was promoted to a moderator, which gave me the chance to train under Merck, who, in my opinion, one of the best community managers in the space. And that really opened my eyes to the possibilities of community management. And then pretty soon after that, I reached out to Ocean actually to do some artwork for Lava. So it was completely unrelated to the community stuff we do now. But through the artwork and through that connection, we saw the potential to give people inside the community the roles, the platform, the help that they need, and support them long term. And of course, now we've got the incentive program and everything rolled out. So that's pretty much all part of my Web3 career in a nutshell. It's not everything, but I'll do.
Absolutely. Um, awesome. So let's move on. We've got a lot to cover today. I want to recap the Lava Vision for any newcomers here. Um, and obviously, like I said, we've been doing it for 3 years now. Initially, we started out with RPC, but very soon we'll start branching out to other types of data beyond that. And this is on our roadmap, which will be published probably next week. But the vision, to reiterate, is to accelerate the on-chain economy by managing traffic on every blockchain. Right? When you use a dApp, when you use a wallet, you're sending transactions, you're making data requests, you're querying the blockchain to tell you how much money you lost trading meme coins. All of those things add up to a huge amount of traffic across every single blockchain, just like website traffic in Web 2. And what Lava is aiming to do is to manage all that traffic through one open, decentralized protocol, Lava protocol. And if you think about that economy that we're building together on chain, you can start thinking about blockchains like cities. This is not a new analogy. I'm sure you've heard it before. But yeah, you can think about nations moving on chain, blockchains as cities, dapps as buildings, and all of that traffic needs roads. And this is what Lava is building. Lava is providing the roads to manage traffic across both three. And so if you own a piece of Lava, if you own a piece of this protocol that we're building together, you are owning the roads to every single blockchain in Web3. And that is a simple vision. That is a simple vision. Um, yeah, we're extremely bullish on crypto, on blockchains, on everything. The amazing dApps are building on top of Lava, all of the chains that Lava supports as well. We don't discriminate. All of that is innovation. All of that is progressing this space, this entire industry, towards 100K Bitcoin, towards $1 trillion stablecoin industry, towards Ethereum ETFs, probably Solana ETFs in 2025, and towards what we want, which is mainstream adoption, which is the economy to shift on chain. And this is what Lava is enabling by focusing on this very simple thing, building the roads. Any questions, Gabriel? I can't actually see the chat, so if there's any questions in the chat, please let me know. Or also feel free to chime in as well if you have anything to add.
Questions. We've got that's great, good vision. Yeah, I think something you said there really about bringing everything on chain, and the more and more that happens, the more and more chains that are launching. I think there are thousands already. They need someone to direct their traffic. They need someone who can scale to meet their demand, and so that's what the decentralization at Lava does. It's like every time a new L2 launches, it's got its own design, its own way of making transactions, and it needs someone who can meet that demand. And that's a big part of the vision. Lava is the roads, the traffic, questions, any way to get Lava NFT holders, and any questions on this?
If there's a question about NFT, I'm sure we can answer the yes as
Uh,
well.
yeah, we can answer
Oh,
later. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Let's answer that later. Yeah, no questions on this so far. So I think that means we're good. The vision to go.
Cool. Next slide on milestones. Yeah, Lava had many milestones this year. Gabriel and I were brainstorming some of these together, and we could include plenty more. We've avoided some of the more technical ones, but obviously there are many, and I'm sure some of the providers in the call today will remember some last minute upgrades to the protocol, some weekend announcements in Discord to update your validator, and we appreciate your support on all of those. But yeah, here are some of the key milestones from 2024. Firstly, we reached 1 billion RPC requests through Lava. So all of that traffic that you send when you use Lava RPC, transactions, queries, all of that reached 1 billion early on in the year. And now, as you see on the right hand side, we're almost at 100 billion and 97.45 billion RPC requests all time across the network, which is a huge achievement. And we're very excited to be meeting this milestone. We had mainnet, obviously mainnet, pre-launched in 2024 summer. It was pre-launched on the DEX on Uniswap. This was in, I think, July or August. And yeah, there was a lot of demand for using Lava mainnet to support RPC. So the token was also launched too. And now in January 2025, we're seeing the token reaching greater levels of distribution and accessibility. So obviously a huge milestone there with the mainnet going live. First chains migrated to mainnet 2. So obviously on testnet we support I think 45 plus chains now and networks. And I think 10 of those have been migrated to mainnet at least. The first one was obviously Lava, but also I believe the first was Cosmos Hub. Shout out to the Cosmos Hub. That's Lava's Cosmos chain. But yeah, many chains migrated now to mainnet. So production RPC is available through that network already. The revenue switch turned on. The revenue switch is essentially revenue distribution to network contributors, whether you're a data provider or a validator or a restaker. You all do something to help make the network faster, to help make the network work, right? Like Lava cannot handle traffic without data providers. Like, Lava cannot be as efficient and as fast without restaking and staking. Lava cannot be secure without validators. All of that contributes to the network, and as a whole, the network earns revenue. Currently, almost 3 million, or I think over 3 million now, annualized revenue, which is being distributed back to contributors. So that's a huge milestone. We had providers, right, RPC providers, data providers on Lava support 10 plus chains, and many more supporting their first chains as well. So shout out everyone who's contributed there. We launched pools on LavaNet XYZ, very popular product of ours that shows all of the incentive pools live and all of the different tokens and chains that are supported now on Lava. And there actually it says 8, but I think it's over 10 now. Chains supported on Lava mainnet as well. So some huge milestones this year. All of it centered around our key focus, which is to provide amazing RPC and manage all of that traffic on every single blockchain. Some of the announcements coming up, obviously the roadmap that we've been collecting feedback on for the last month and a half now. That's going to be coming out very soon, probably next week. We had Bybit announce that they're going to list Lava next week, and we have the Lava launch, official mainnet launch, happening in January 2025. So lots of momentum building. Revenue continues to grow. We have more incentive pools coming. I know a lot of you guys, for example, probably Gabriel too, you've been waiting for a movement incentive pool on Lava. That is
Yes.
coming. They're they're obviously busy with mainnet right now, but yeah, we'll be launching at some point. And yeah, a few other incentive pools also lined up as well. So um, more RPC, more incentives, more chains supported on Lava, more provider support, all of that to come.
More
So
traffic,
yeah, look out.
real revenue. Wanted to, first of all, amazing overview. Thank you. That really sums up the entire year. But there was so much more, like all of the technical announcements, and it's such a great start to the new year. All of this is happening now, right at the end, or basically going into January. These latest announcements. One thing was the revenue switch. I think it's really easy get a little bit confused about the revenue switch, and I have myself in the past. Basically, to simplify that, and this is what the NFT was, and I've seen questions about the NFT as well, so this is going to help with that. That was when Lava first started to distribute tokens from other chains to the network providers and the network restakers. So that was the revenue switch. So originally it was only distributing Lava tokens, and it switched and started distributing tokens from all of the chains Lava provide the service to the network participants. That is the revenue switch. I think everything else was pretty straightforward. Thank you. Question.
Yeah, really key milestone there. I think it was in October that Cosmos Hub was the first chain and Atom was the first token to be paid out.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think it was well very quickly. I think Stars and Evermost came afterwards,
yes, exactly.
and that's what led to providers being able to have 10 plus services. It's incredible to see providers serving so many chains.
Yeah, it's like yeah, I'm super. I look at all of this and I'm super proud of how far we've come. Honestly, super proud. Um, Again, thank you to all the people in this call who have supported us throughout this. It wouldn't be possible without you.
So much goes
And
into the technical and developer side as well. Every little thing is an update on chain, or it goes to the developers or the providers or the validators. So much work being done there all the time.
Exactly. One more thing I forgot to add. I think Ignacio was on this call earlier. Ignacio is our project manager. Uh, Another really key milestone for Lava this year was growing the team at the foundation. We hired Ignacio, who's been amazing, and we're also hiring a few more very soon. So yeah, lots happened this year, and lots more will happen in 2025. Moving ahead, because we're a bit short on time, the Lava ethos. So yeah, I just wanted to outline here how we approach building the Lava protocol, how we approach community, how we approach the way that we communicate our vision, and how we think about building a team. So number one, you'll see us say this all the time. We've said this many times already. We're building for the long term. We're building for the long term. RPC is not a flash in the pan, right? You have many meme coins out there that die immediately or die after 15 minutes of fame. You have many really good technical protocols, but that do a lot of good things. But let's say the token isn't so tied to that, and that's not sustainable either. You have obviously these low float, high FTV launches as well. Lava's building for long-term sustainability. Right? You can see some of the examples there. For example, Lava's supply has no inflation. It's cap supply. It's actually monthly burn. But initially, there's no inflation. Now, obviously, I believe the governance, the DAO, can change that if the economics of the protocol require it. But we're focused right now on the network generating revenue and growing the revenue, and not creating any unnecessary dilution, which is what inflation often leads to. So none of that. The protocol is obviously generating a lot of revenue already, and clearly RPC is something that is in demand and is critical to every single user and every single blockchain. And also, the launch of mainnet and the token. We had the DEX in 2024. A lot of people wrote us off at that point, asking why we launched the DEX, asking, yeah, I mean, there's countless messages in the Discord saying when centralized exchange. Um, the focus is building a great product and building a sustainable token that has utility in the protocol. And there are critical steps that we need to take very carefully to be able to do all of those things. And so, again, our focus is building for the long term. Secondly, as I mentioned already, is we're focused on utility. Um, Lava has an insanely cracked team of engineers and gigabrains that have designed and architected this incredible protocol. And I mean, we could have built a general purpose L1. There's a reason why we didn't do that. No one needs that, right? But RPC is something that everyone needs, and it's still a very underserved problem in crypto. So focus on utility, and then finally we focus on one thing. Right? We're focusing on building the roads to handle the traffic across every blockchain. We're not focused on um, building AI agents or focus on building random new hot narratives and features to fit those narratives. We're focused, as we have been for the last 2.5 years, on building the roads, the rails that enable traffic to flow smoothly across crypto. So that's the Lava ethos. And I actually think there's one more, which is community ownership. And Gabriel will definitely talk more about this as well. But um, I want to reiterate the roads that Lava is building, they are yours, right? This on-chain economy that all of us as an industry is building together, and the roads that handle that traffic, they are yours. Lava can be owned by you. Lava is governed by you. You shape the direction of the protocol, and we're very happy to have you all here. And so, just wanted to reiterate that community ownership and empowering community is also central to our ethos and how we approach things. Gabriel, did you want to add anything to this or the previous slide?
I think it sums it up very well. I'd say, as far as what you mentioned about not getting into all of these narratives, I think it's important to remember that all of these narratives will come back to lava. Every time that a new
Mm,
narrative blows up, especially relevant if it has a spike in the number of transactions or the amount of people using the network, good they need good providers and they need to be directed to those providers. Otherwise, the fees go up. I mean, have you ever been on the chain and tried to claim an airdrop, and the airdrop, you can't claim it, and then you watch the price go down and you still can't claim it? That's because of the traffic, and that's because the service isn't being directed to the providers, and that's what lava does. So every narrative, every new hype, it's all going to be used by lava, all going to be used by the roads. For the community stuff, if you go to the next slide, it's yours. I think the main thing that the community can do, and what I love to see, is bringing the vision to other people. Lava has an incredible vision, and we want people to know about this vision. As far as specific ways to get involved, we've got the leagues, the community program, and we've got the roles. If you go to the top of the Discord, you can react, and you'll get tagged for relevant information. There's two ways to get involved. You do it by yourself, which is fantastic, and any time that someone makes a contribution anywhere in the server, we see it and we note it down. And then the other way is you can just wait for us to tag you for events and activities, which is great, and we're going to be doing a lot of that. But really, if you can go out and spread the lava vision, that's exactly how the community can get involved best, and that's a very positive cycle because you own the roads, and so if you're bringing that vision to other people, then it's helping to grow a piece of what you own. So
amazing. I think I just moved to this slide as well, which perhaps you want to take as you've really started talking about some of the ways in which community can contribute.
I did. Oh, this slide's good. This is more specific. Okay, so you can join the Lava Leagues. That's our community program. And I understand that there's maybe been a little bit of confusion, or I guess that's just because it's new, and I totally understand that. There's three leagues. There's a league for the artisans, which is the technical side. There's the seekers, which is the community, the people who get involved in events, activities, and games. And then there's the scribes, which are the content creators. All of them work together. All of them are doing a fantastic job. And no matter what league you join, the role system is the same. So you go from novice to achiever and then all the way up to maybe master if you get there. So the role system is the same no matter what league you're in. And I think that's maybe where some of the confusion came from. So to join the leagues, all you have to do is go to the league channel and react with the emoji of the league that you want to join. And we're going to tag you. We're going to get you involved. You can ask any questions anytime and we'll answer it. The second way is the engage points. We have an engaged Twitter bot, and so when community members post great tweets, when the Lava account posts important tweets, we'll put them in there for the community to support each other. And we've boosted community tweets to over 5,000 views, which is amazing to see for these people who are just starting out making content. And also something that we want to do is direct that content. So if you join the Scribes League, ask any questions about creating content and we can help with that. We can even help with art and stuff like that if you want. Spread the vision. That's what I said before. Yeah, this is good, Ocean. Shout the roads everywhere. Pretty much. I think if at any time you can't figure out what to do, just spread the vision and onboarding your friends. If actually we do keep track of the people you invite to the server. That's in our stats. But the main thing is just if you love the project, just onboard other people who you think will love the project. That sums up how anyone can get involved.
Absolutely. Many ways. These are all non-technical, by the way. Like if you run nodes, you can become a provider. If you are someone like
Yeah,
someone like Ruslan, I think is on the call I saw earlier, Babyscope maybe as well, and others like State Village, Semilist, I think I saw you as well. You can contribute. You can write documentation. You can make block explorers like Ruslan did. You can
yeah,
make
exactly.
snapshots, all of that stuff as well. You're also part of the community.
That's
This
a
slide
huge
is
part
just
of the
on top of
community.
that. Exactly.
Well, also this slide has artisans on it, and that's a really important part of the community. So anyone who's a provider, a validator, anything you've done in the past, we are going to use it inside the Artisans League. So someone like Ruslan, who developed that platform, or great providers that are on the call, or validators, you can become a part of the Artisans League. The thing is, I'd love it if you just drop in the Artisans channel and say, hey, that just reminds me that you're there. Then we can really get you involved on the technical side too. There's definitely a place inside the leagues and everything that comes with that. So it's included as part of the community for sure.
For sure. On this as well, I just want to add, we do have a DevRel onboarding very soon as well. So, don't know if she's on the call. She might be on the call. I know she's been in our Discord before. Her name's Justina. She'll be onboarding, and we'll also very likely be talking to, well, definitely be talking to all of the providers, all of the validators and developers as well. So, again, key part of the community. Yeah, one more thing I want to add to this slide is that I will be running calls with anyone here or in the community who wants to make content about lava. And I can tell you, you can hear from the horse's mouth exactly what we're doing. We can make content together. You can have feedback about content. Just message me, and I can do that. 2025 is a year where lava is really pushing for more awareness about the vision, and this is a big part of it. So, yeah, huge year ahead. Just let me know if you need help. Cool. That's everything. We just have the Q&A. Ethics. If you have any questions for me or if anyone else has questions, I'll stop sharing my screen here so I can see the chat. And I'll come back to the chat. Cool. Any questions? Please write them in the chat, and I'm happy to answer.
Yeah, looking
Yeah,
at the
definitely.
questions.
I see people here talking about content on Twitter, and yeah, for sure, I've seen some amazing content. So shout out to you guys who've been writing the threads and content. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
the content on Twitter is part of the Lava League. So you'll see if you keep contributing great content, then your role is going to be upgraded. But if you get stuck, then maybe ask how you can progress even further. Will there be a season 2 to let more people interact with RPC?
Sure, I can take this one. Yeah, if you look at the tokenomics, we have at least 15% of the love supply allocated to future initiatives and potentially airdrops. Nothing around that has been announced yet. There may not be an airdrop anytime soon. But yeah, we're definitely looking at ways to reward loyal community members. So maybe, half vague, half specific. I'll answer your question.
Yes. Have you got one? Got one here about collabs.
What's that?
I've got one about collabs. Will there be collabs? I'll take this one. Yeah, I'm looking, and we do have a Sloss role in the Discord already. It's not an open public collab with Sloss. That's just a special role because we've seen a lot of Sloss interacting in the Discord, and so there's a channel and there's a Sloss role. Collabing with the Gorillas, that's highly likely. If anyone knows my background, quite heavy in movement, so I think yes. Whitelist giveaways, when I can get them, there is a Gorilla whitelist giveaway coming, so that's a bit of a spoiler alert. That's the collabs question answered. So that it's not a huge part of what we're doing, but if the opportunity comes along, then yes, that will happen.
Absolutely. And I know Gabriel is working hard on those collabs, so I have no doubt they will come.
The Lava Chain revenue of 1 million is very close to the Akash revenue that is valued at 1 billion. Great job, team. It's not a question.
We, we'll
It's
just leave that
just a
there.
good
We'll
statement.
just leave that there hanging. Uh, but yeah, definitely revenue's growing very well. PFPs. Someone asked about PFPs. So PFPs haven't been confirmed yet. I know there's a lot of speculation around that. Why not? We can confirm it on this call. There will be a PFP collection, and
Oh my god.
I haven't destroyed any plans of yours, ethics, but
No, you're
yeah,
good. You're good. I wonder what the PFP is gonna be. I don't know if anyone's seen a new role showing up or some emojis in the chat.
no idea, no idea at all. If anyone knows, let us know.
Yeah, if please tell us. No, that's cool. It's confirmed. Will there be
Will there be
foundation
foundation?
delegations?
Okay,
Yes,
good
please state
question.
that.
Good question. So I don't think it's any. Actually, I tell a lie. I think we're collecting addresses for restaking. So delegation will be in form of restaking, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that form has already been sent out. Um, or in the process of being sent out. Um, so let me confirm with Amir. But yeah, there's certainly some plans in and around that area, and I will share more details when I have them.
There's another one here about this is in the AMA questions channel actually. It's about the revenue switch. No, the revenue switch is not to do with the Magma Points program. So the revenue switch was when Lava stopped only giving Lava tokens and started giving Lava tokens as well as tokens from other chains to the network participants. So it essentially switched from one token to multi-chain, multi-tokens. But I should probably do a write-up on the revenue switch to make that clearer. Or maybe you've
Yeah,
already
for
done
sure.
that.
We can definitely do stuff on it.
We do have a revenue switch FAQ. Let me sit with that. That's going to be easier.
Multi-chain, yeah. Multi-chain, yeah. Correct. If you're asking if Lava is a multi-chain, obviously, then yes, that's correct. How do we plan to support Lava price? We've been expecting the market conditions. Very direct question. Listen, our focus isn't on price. This is whatever the market decides to be. So our focus is on building utility to the token to make sure that it has good function within the protocol itself, and that the protocol is actually worth using. That's the focus. Any possible Lava Yap on Kaito? Yeah, we're actually speaking to Kaito. We've spoken to Kaito at least about that. There's no short-term plans for that just yet. Maybe in the future, but no short-term plans at the moment.
I've stopped getting YAP points anyway, sadly. I was on a roll. I got to 150 and it stopped. There's a good question here, Ethan. Are there any burning mechanisms for the Lava token? Obviously, I know that, but you're going to be better at explaining that.
Yeah, good question. So yeah, Lava does have a burn mechanism, which is already running. We're actually working on a dashboard where people can see how much has already been burned. As I understand it, I think actually no, don't quote me on that. We'll just wait for the dashboard and the official stats. But Lava has already been burned every month. How it works is that a portion of the Lava supply has been put aside for rewarding early providers who join the Lava protocol when there's little demand, right? This is a really common problem for marketplaces like Lava. Do you attract supply first or do you attract demand first? How do you attract them if you don't have the other side? And so with crypto, you can solve this like we've done, where we have some portion of the token supply to reward supply side providers, even when there's little paying demand. Although obviously paying demand is also growing as well. And so every month, provider drops are paid out to providers in the form of lava tokens. And that amount is algorithmically determined based on how much demand there is. And so if there's more pay in demand, I think less provider drops are paid out, and therefore anything not distributed is burned. So it's something like 0 to 6.6% of the supply is burned across the duration of the provider drops, which is around 4 years. And so I believe when I last saw the dashboard that's currently being in process, showing the burn, about 1% of supply is already burned, maybe more than that. So there is a burn mechanism every month, which is related to bootstrapping supply side of the marketplace. Okay.
That dashboard's going to be public, right?
Yes.
At some point.
Will be public. Yeah.
Yes. Cool.
So burn and revenue.
Float will be normal or same after listing.
Yeah, it's not something that we can comment on. Well, I don't know the answer myself, so not sure.
I can jump into burning lava to prove how bullish I am. Yeah, that's how I feel as well. Every time I see the team ship a new product or ship a new service or a new chain brings an incentive pool to lava, it's a great feeling. It's really progressing very well. I don't see any more questions, at least from the previous batch of questions that came in.
Yeah, leagues is 5 million lava. You're right. Someone said we can't hear the speaker. You probably won't hear me then if I'm saying this, but if you can't hear us, we'll provide a recording. Don't worry.
Yeah, there's a recording of this call that'll be published afterwards. Some point in the near future.
Sorry, maybe my mic was turned upwards instead of next to my mouth. Apologies. Okay, guys. Well, listen, it's been a great call. Thank you so much to the 70 plus of you who've turned up. Like I said, thank you. All of you have supported us for the last 2.5, 3 years. Your support is really appreciated. And January 2025 and 2025 as a whole will be a huge year for Lava. Today, Bybit announced they will list Lava next week. So drum up noise about that. Drum up noise about Lava. And remember, you own the roads. Yeah, thank you everyone for calling or for jumping in. Gabriel, any last words?
Any last words? Happy New Year's. What a great way to round off the year. So many developments and rounding off with such an important announcement, milestone. Thank you, everyone. The community has been doing a fantastic job, and I love seeing it. I'm in the Discord every day, and I see the contributions and the content that comes in, and hopefully I interact with all of you as much as I can on Twitter. Definitely going to be doing more of that. So thanks to everyone.
Yeah, communities are really stepping up. So shout out to everyone who's taking part. All right, guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas as well. Happy holidays. And we will see you next year.
See you next year.